1 year ago today, Governor Abbott issued a proclamation recognizing January 28th as Sexual Assault Survivors Day in Texas. This is a time to build awareness and acknowledge the courage of survivors who have or haven't come forward with their stories. Survivors such as myself, I was assaulted several times throughout my youth and again in college. It took a few years for me to come forward because of the fear of not being believed or that my experience wasn't serious enough to report. This is the reality for most survivors. And to show their support, Family Services of Southeast Texas is asking people to post themselves holding a sign with the hashtag #IBelieveYou. We sat down with the organization's community educator, Gina Abbott, for an open discussion. Take a listen. Rape or molestation are the terms we often hear when it comes to sexual assault, but there are more. What terms are we missing?
If you are pushing someone to have sex and they really aren't wanting to, sexual assault. So there has been a big movement and shift in that thinking now. It's no longer just rape, it's coercion.
6.3 million adult Texans have experienced some form of sexual assault in their lifetime, and 91% of those assaults in the state are not reported to police. Why is this number so high?
The justice system is our biggest obstacle. You know, once we get to working in there and we start creating a better justice system for our survivors, that's going to be the key piece.
How do you encourage survivors to tell their stories?
We try to let them know the what ifs. So what if you did tell your story? What would happen? So, you know, if it is an uncle, or, you know, we kind of try to play those scenarios out with people, and so that way it's not such a big unknown.
What if I was assaulted a long time ago?
There is no magic line or marker in which your story is no longer prevalent to you. Even though legally, you know, sometimes they say that there is the point which, you know, we can no longer follow and try to prosecute that story. That story is still important. It still needs to be told for your own healing.
Every 60 seconds, someone is being sexually assaulted in America, including children. 60,000 kids are sexually assaulted in the U.S. every year. How do we talk to kids about it?
I absolutely encourage that you let them know the scientific names of their body parts. There are plenty of instances out there where a child has disclosed that, you know, they were sexually abused and the whole story was missed because they were calling it, you know, an off-the-wall name, whether that be my pocketbook or a cookie or whatever. We actually did a post that said, you know, your child's body parts are not a snack.
When do I start talking to my kids about sexual assault?
They say 8 is great. Like, you need to start having these conversations with children by the age of 8. For 2 reasons. One, the average age of sexual assault is 9. And the second reason is because by the age of 9, they're going to start talking about it at school.
And it's not just strangers to keep an eye out for. 70% of sexual assaults in Texas are committed by someone the victim knows.
I am trying to teach the community and parents, it's not just about stranger danger anymore. We need to teach our kids, you know, about body safety and body boundaries.
Now, if you or someone you know has been sexually assaulted, Family Services of Southeast Texas offers parent support groups and shelter services. Visit our website for a list of resources.